Welcome ESL to week 9 as we are at Stafford Motor Speedway. As Javier Vasquez is on the pole for heat number 1, Eric Belmont on the outside row, David Stone third, Joshua Bolton fourth, Lizzie McGlover fifth, Nolan Pierce sixth, Tyler Grimm seventh, Ego Mondavi, your points leader eighth, Bob Harlow ninth, and Bobby Leo Moxon round out your top 10. OJ is currently in 15th and he is second in points, so he needs to make this featured race because this would hurt very bad if he cannot get in. As the pace car comes off the track and we get set for 25 laps, green flag is out and we are underway. Javier with a great start is in the lead. Eric Belmont in second, and Lizzie McGlover and actually David Stone in second. Lizzie McGlover and Eric Belmont trying to battle for third. Currently in the transfer spot is a Nolan Pierce. And now we see OJ. He is already up to 11th, up 4 positions since the start of the race. He needs to make this featured race. And now he is actually holding on to the last transfer spot. And he has a ton of speed, so he might continue to climb as he is already up to 9th. Javier continues to lead. Got a few car lengths in between him and David Stone. As we have a battle for third, Lizzie and Eric, and Eric gets past Lizzie and moves up to third. Bobby Leo Moxon is currently holding on to that last transfer spot. As David Justice continues to fall, he is down to 14th. So he is struggling in that outside lane, needs to get back in line. He's all the way down to 16th. As we have a battle for third again, Lizzie McGlover makes the pass on Eric Belmont. She moves up. Javier still in the lead, but he is not getting away from David Stone. David Stone in second, Lizzie third, Belmont fourth, and Joshua Bolton in fifth. As Tyler Grims is moving up, he moves up to 6th. As we are getting close to the halfway point of this race. See Bob Harlow in 9th. Behind him is OJ still holding on. Moves up to 8th now. Morningstar is holding on to that last transfer spot. And Morningstar had a good race last week, so he definitely wants to get into the into the featured race once again. Javier in the lead. David Stone not too far behind. Eric Belmont in third. Lizzie has fallen down to fifth. Joshua Bolton in fourth. Great run by the number 7 in heat number 1. As Bob Harlow is now in the last transfer spot. Behind him is Bobby Leo Moxon and then Nolan Pierce in 12th. Which one of these drivers will get into the featured race? As we have 10 laps to go in this heat. And Javier has pulled away from the 145. And there's Eric Belmont. He tries to look to the outside of Stone. Now Bobby Leo Moxon in that transfer spot. And Bob Harlow's right behind him. He's going to try to make the pass on the inside as they almost touch wheels there. 8 laps to go. Bob Harlow holding on to 10th. But Bobby's trying to find a way he can get past the 97, but the 97 has pulled away. As Eagle Mondavi is currently 17th, so he might not make the featured race with only 6 laps to go. So he is definitely struggling at this track. And that would open up the door for OJ, which is currently in 8th, and he is definitely going to get in the featured race. Unless something crazy happens here in the last few laps. But this is definitely a developing story as Eagle's in 16th. And it does not look like he is going to make the featured race. So Bob Harlow still holding on to that last transfer spot in 10th. And Javier Vasquez still leads the way with 3 laps to go. This heat number 1 has a lot of great drivers in it. So everyone can't make it in, so this is a difficult heat race for sure. This is a very strong field. 2 laps to go as Lizzie moves up to 3rd. Bob Harlow still holding on to that transfer spot, that last transfer spot. As Javier comes out of turn 4, white flag waves. This is the last lap for heat number 1. David Stone is still about a half second behind. But Javier Vasquez wins Heat 1. And Bob Harlow holds on to that last transfer spot and makes it to the featured race. So your top 10 is Javier first, David Stone second, Joshua Bolton third, Tyler Grims fourth, Tanner Partons fifth, Lizzie sixth, Eric Belmont seventh, OJ eighth, Morningstar ninth, and Bob Harlow rounds out your top 10. Eagle Mondavi did not make the featured race as he finished in 16th, and he is only 10 points ahead of OJ. So a lot of these drivers are going to cut into his lead. I mean, he has a pretty decent sized lead besides OJ down 10, and it's Bobby Brownstone 54 points behind. Bobby Brownstone did not make the featured race as well as he finished 18th. Stefan Forge did not make the featured race as well, so that definitely helps. Bobby Leo Moxon did not make the cut. Javier Vasquez did, and Chris Harvey is in the next heat. But we'll be back in a few minutes for heat number 2. back for heat number 2 as we see JQ is on the pole for this race. In the outside row is Mitchie O'Brien. Chris Harvey is in third. Ricky Bobby fourth. Some say fifth. Stephen Waters sixth. Tom Krieg seventh. Nelly eighth. Jacob ninth. And Steve Bird rounds out your top 10 for heat number 2. Like I said earlier, some of the top drivers did not make the featured race, so this opens the door up for some of these drivers that are a little back in the standings to gain some ground. So we will see what they can do in this race, as Chris Harvey is one of them. He is currently 4th in points. So this is his chance to make some ground. As the pace car comes off the track, green flag waves and we are underway. JQ with a great start to the race. As Chris Harvey is in second. And Mitchie O'Brien is trying to battle, some say, for third. We saw in Heat 1 that outside lane was a little tough. Some drivers got shuffled back once they were stuck in the outside. There's Tom Krieg in fourth. Now Mitchie O'Brien continues to fall back. So he's going to have to get himself in line. He's going to have to find an opening and get back in line. If not, he will continue to drop back through the field. Currently holding on to that last transfer spot is Steve Bird in the 89. Right behind him is Stephen Waters and Randy Pierce. But JQ is your leader. Right behind him is Harvey. And in third is Some Say. Behind him is Tom Krieg in fourth, and fifth is Ricky. As Harry moves up into eighth. Now Randy Pierce, he has not made the feature race all season. He would love to make it into the featured race today. He's been working hard. Been working hard on that car, trying to make it better. And we'll see if he can make it in today. It would be a great boost for that team if he can get in. But he is up 4 positions since the start of the race. And JQ continues to lead, but Chris Harvey is right there. Can Chris Harvey try to make the pass? He goes to the outside, but gets back in line. As we see Mitchie O'Brien lose a few positions, now he is in 9th. And Randy Pierce, now he takes 9th. So Randy Pierce continues to put together a great heat race here, as he just wants to make the featured race. That's all he wants to do for the first time this season. JQ still your leader as we get close to the halfway point of this race. Can Chris Harvey find an opening to try to make a pass? He gets wide there coming out of turn 2. JQ, Chris Harvey, some say you're top three. You see Tom Cree, he was trying to find an opening to make the pass. As the top five had pretty much pulled away from sixth place. Now we see Ricky Bobby trying to go into the inside of the 77. And he's going to make the pass here. He moves up to fourth. Holding on to that transfer spot still is Randy Pierce. Stephen Waters has moved up to 7th to 8th. Now Nelly moves up, and him and Harry is trying to battle for that last transfer spot. So we're going to have 10 laps to go this time around. Now Randy Pierce is outside looking in as he went wide coming out the turn. So he's going to have to try to do something to get back in line and gain a few positions back. Right now is Jacob. He is holding on to that last transfer spot. JQ has led this race so far since the start. Can Chris Harvey find any extra speed to make the pass? As we only have a few laps to go in this race. And Mitchie O'Brien, after starting second in this race, has fallen back all the way to 14th. So he has definitely struggled at this track. Randy Pierce is back to 11th. Does he have enough time to catch Jacob and get into the future race? We will see as we have 6 laps to go. As this is a battle for 4 between Tom Krieg and Ricky, the number 8. JQ continues to hold on. Not by much, but he's doing a good job of not giving any space to the 09 so to make the pass. As we have 4 laps to go in heat number 2. Jacob still holding on to 10th. Pierce is quite a ways behind. Doesn't look like he's gaining any ground on Jacob as we have only 3 laps to go and time is running out. JQ goes around turn 3 and on to the front stretch. 2 laps to go. Can Chris Harvey make a last second pass here? With 2 laps to go, he looks to the outside. Is this his chance? But he gets back in line. As the white flag waves, this is the last lap in heat 2. Can Chris Harvey find an opening somewhere in these final turns here to make this pass? As they go around the turn and JQ wins heat number 2. And Nelly holds on to 10th in that last transfer spot and gets into the featured race. Your top 10, JQ. Second, Chris Harvey. Third, Tom Say. Fourth, Tom Krieg. Fifth, Ricky Bobby. Sixth, Skylar Stevens with a great run. Finishes sixth, Steve Bird. Seventh, eighth, Jacob. Ninth, Stephen Waters. And rounding out your top 10 is Nelly in the number 18. And those drivers will advance to the featured race. So some great racing in these heat races. Notable drivers that did not make it in. Mitchie O'Brien, after starting second, great run, he did not get in. But I'll be back in about 15 minutes for the featured race.